Welcome to the 75th annual Papillion Days Parade, with a Diamond Jubilee. And we're in beautiful downtown Papillion on a very toasty June day. Welcome to Father's Day weekend and to Papillion Days. And, if you don't know who I am, you probably don't. My name is Tori Pantalian, alongside a longtime friend and a longtime fellow broadcaster, Michael Severe, who is the video producer for the city of Papillion. Michael?
Update for you, there is a heat advisory in case people don't know. 91 degrees, feel like temperature 102. But it is a dry 102, and that's not true either because it's humid today, so we're good.
Well, whenever people tell me but it's a dry heat, I always say,
Never true.
so's a blowtorch.
Exactly. Exactly.
Michael, how you doing, man?
I am doing great. We've missed you. You've been retired for what, 6 months now?
Yeah, about that long.
Yeah, what have you been doing with yourself?
Well, actually, just a couple weeks ago, I woke up and realized, hey, you're really retired, because of the first 5 months, it just felt like I was taking time off at work. There were days I literally would wake up and think, I got to call Trent. Trent Albers is our boss, by the way. He's a communications director for the city. I got to call Trent and tell him I'm not coming in today.
Well, we are loaded with video production for this live Facebook, YouTube, and of course Channel 18 on Cox Cable here in Papillion. We've got 3 cameras set up, plus the drone's going to be in the air as well by the czar of the drone, Trent Albers, who runs that.
And it's nice you would say that, because I remember when we first got the drone a couple years ago, and he shot some footage and we used it. And of course, KETV's Rob McCartney lives in Papillion.
Yes, he does.
And he called me up, and you and I are both former KETV employees.
That's
right.
Yes.
So we know Rob. Well, Rob called me up and he goes, I've been watching your channel. How do you guys, how can you afford all that aerial footage? And I said, we have a drone. You guys have a drone? You got to be the only organization in the area to shoot aerial footage with a drone. I said, yes, because we respect the taxpayers' money.
Yes.
We are not going to use planes
Yes.
to shoot. And then, so I told Trent, Trent's all that. Next thing you know, Trent's getting FAA certified. He's bringing a drone home, practicing with it. His wife, Stephanie, would call me and say, can you get him to leave the drone alone?
Yeah, please stop that and ride more mountain bike.
So czar of the drone is true, because we truly were the first organization that I know of that had drone footage. And when you impress a network affiliate, you got to be doing something.
Between Papio Vision and also Papillion, of course, the police department, and their drones, this whole area is got drones all over the place and some great video. But we're going to have the drone video. We have the 3 cameras here at our setup, which is right in front of City Hall. We got a nice tent up, so we're going to protect all the equipment so things will work. And we have about 91, 92 parade groups that are going to be coming through here today.
Okay, now I know, having worked for the Omaha media, and I'm talking about you, Michael.
Yeah.
You're no stranger to Papillion Days.
Right.
But this is your first time as an employee of the city for
That's true.
Papillion Days.
Yeah.
What's been a surprise for you?
The last time I was at Papillion Days was 2007.
Wow.
So 2006 and 2007, we did a bunch of media versus the city. La Vista was involved in it as well, and we played dodgeball and we played softball, and it was really fun. But ever since then, I've always done College World Series this weekend.
Right.
I was always working the College World Series, or I was going to the College World Series, and so it's strange. I liked how organized it was last night. We did live on Facebook, YouTube, and on the channel as well, from up on top of City Hall, getting the fireworks shot. That was awesome. People loved that. Out the carnival was very well organized as well. Great rides. The opening ceremony at Sumter was fun. So far, it's been great, and no rain again for the 75th straight year.
That's right.
So everything's great.
Well, I remember what you're talking about, 06, 07, because I was down there obviously shooting footage for the city. And I remember former KETV anchor Brandy Peterson was playing volleyball. And I stuck the camera in her face. I said, so Brandy, what do you got to say? She said, Papillion's going down.
That was weird, because it's true. I used some of that softball footage we had from 2007.
Right.
And for whatever reason, Brandy was playing on the La Vista team, even though, of course, she went to Papio.
Yeah.
It was very weird. I was on the La Vista team. No, I was on the Papillion team.
Right.
Matt Schick.
Oh, yeah.
Who's now with ESPN.
Well, he
playing
followed
as well.
me as one of the sports guys at Channel 7.
Exactly, he did. And it was funny. Chief Whitted struck out in that softball game. Mayor Blinn hit a home run.
Yeah.
It was a good video. I watched the whole video about a couple months ago. It was pretty cool.
I could tell you stories about Chief Whitted, because when he was playing defensive back at UNO, I was their play-by-play guy.
Yeah.
And I'm always but he's always been impressed. I said, hey, Chris, you wore number 27. He turns around to everybody at the PD. Did you hear that? He knows that was. But yeah, those were fun days. But I'm glad you've got that experience with Papillion Days, because people who don't understand it, and I've talked to people who come in town for the College World Series. They come down here when they're on their off day of their team.
Sure.
They are just majorly impressed by what we have here. And I still say we. I still feel like I'm part of it, even though I'm retired. What an incredible event. And to keep it going for 75 years, come on.
To cross over with that, this morning, it was supposed to be at 9, but they didn't get to the 9:45. University of Texas practiced at a freaky field this morning.
Yeah, your favorite college.
Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. Although, if you were going to, like, rank them, they'd be above A&M for me.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the Aggies. Bryan College Station, not a fan of that for me. But, yeah, you know, it's funny. I haven't been following the College World Series. I'm not involved in it, so I'm not following it. But it's so weird. On one day, Oklahoma, A&M, and Texas are all playing.
Wow.
And Notre Dame was the fourth team. That's crazy to think about it, because you had a chance, obviously, to have Texas-Oklahoma play, with Texas losing, Oklahoma winning. So it's going to be, I believe, Oklahoma and Notre Dame, and in Texas A&M, I believe, tomorrow, which is going to be incredible in terms of the rivalry. But, you know, we had a little crossover with the College World Series and the city of Papillion today, with University of Texas coming in practicing here.
Yeah, and over the years, too, I've received emails as well as snail mail from people from the different teams that have come in here saying, you know, we never know what Papillion was. We came down there. People told you guys have a great, great event. So when you have somebody who is here for a major event like the College World Series, and can take the Papillion Days celebration as part of that and say what they say about it while they're here for the College World Series, I think that tells you something about this event.
This is not me being a homer or a brown nose or anything else, but for about 6 months, you know, I've worked for the city now.
Right.
And whether it be the fire department, which we started doing a new series called PFD, Always Ready, kind of going along with Police with Pride. And you start finding out more of the things that they did first. They were the first group to partner with Children's Medical Center to have the Children's Medical Center transport system, where the local organizations get the sick kid to the Children's Hospital transportation, whether it's their plane, helicopter, or squad, and get to the hospital faster. That was Papillion Fire's idea, right? We also know, I was talking about the drone for Papillion Police. I don't think anybody's got as many qualified drone pilots as that size unit, right? I know what the city can do. Mayor Black is awesome. He's involved in every single thing of the city. He knows everything about the city. He's so supportive with it. Just Papio Vision, the amount of equipment, the things that, you know, Trent has bought and got involved with this, all of the all of the technology and stuff. I mean, it's so far ahead. I guarantee you, there's some big cities that do something similar to this that don't do it at the level that we do it. I guarantee you.
And I just want to go back a little bit before that. Our full-time fire department is not that old. And Chief Bose, I remember when Chief Bose came on board and we got to have a career fire department.
Right.
And he started doing all these things. I remember doing a story. They have a cooperative program with the Creighton nursing program, where the nursing students will actually come to ride along to the fire department. And I went in and interviewed their instructor, the person running the program in Creighton. He was just up and down about Papillion is ahead of this, ahead of that. And you're right, with the police department as well. I mean, all the stories that I did with them, it's just an incredible. And you're right about Mayor Black. And I have no reason to, as we say, suck up to Mayor Black now. I don't work here. I'll tell you what, he is one of 4 people in my entire career that I would work for again.
Yeah,
and,
I agree.
And you and I are in the same business, so there's not a lot of people we would say that we would work for.
I'd work for Roseanne Shannon again.
See,
let me just throw that out there.
Okay.
I would work for Roseanne again. She was one of the best bosses I ever had. We're getting started, probably about a minute. We can see PFD is going to be the first group to come through here today for the parade. And then, as I said, we got a solid hour of groups coming through here, everything from banks to dentist offices to schools, obviously. La Vista and South will both coming through here as well. So a lot to see. And you can watch it all live streaming on YouTube, on Facebook. You can watch it on our channel as well, on Papillion Cox Cable, all of that, watching it live because of Trent. That's why.
That's right. We'll blame Trent.
Yeah, all
it's all
Trent's
Trent's fault.
That's why we're getting it done.
Because he started with drones, and now it's gone into this.
Now it's gotten to this point. They're getting lined up right now.
Actually, I'm going to do a little bit of self-promotion. I want to do a shout-out to some of my family and friends in Massachusetts who are watching us right now.
And they can do that. You know why? Because the stream goes worldwide, baby.
That's right. That's why they have www in front of everything. But, well, Michael, I hope you truly, enjoy your first Papillion Days Parade as being this involved with it, because it's quite an endeavor. And here comes the Papillion Fire Department that we were just talking about. Jeff Jones was in the first vehicle. He is the deputy fire chief. And here we go.
And this is our new engine that just started, that he just purchased recently. It was blessed just a couple of weeks ago.
Well, that's because I left and you don't have to pay my salary anymore.
They're allowed to buy a new $600,000 engine. You were making good money, kid. Hey, Chief.
Chief Bose driving Rescue 1.
Speaking of Chief Bose and Chief Whitted, on Monday we will post this. We did a Papillion Unscripted where we sat down with those guys for about 25 minutes and talked about what both of them do, their careers leading up to this, just about the fire department, about the police department. It's really good. It's already up on the channel, but we'll post it on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook on Monday, Papillion Unscripted, featuring the Chiefs.
And even though I wasn't involved in that video, I will tell you this. Both those chiefs, they do more than just put their feet on their desk and drink coffee.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell you that from personal experience.
Well, I know Bose for sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, poor Chief Wade. He's always getting his chops busted by us. But
well, I knew him as the first time I met him, he was coaching. He was coaching Little League. Before I even knew he was a police department guy, I knew he was coaching.
Anthony. Here comes the rest of the fire department. Oh, this is Ralston, our neighbors to the north. Our neighbors to the north.
So they're throwing dum-dums, candies, right? If you are a school, Tori, what kind of candies should you throw?
If I was a school?
Yeah, not dum-dums, not dum-dums.
Okay, I don't know.
Smarties.
All right.
You gotta throw Smarties, man.
At least I was smart enough to catch on to what you were saying.
You gotta throw the Smarties if you're in school. You don't want to throw the dum-dums.
Oh, man. Gretna Royal Fire District. Engine 21.
Nice.
You figure this is, and then you can see the shot. Here comes Springfield. That's a shot of their EMS bus.
Yeah.
As they call it.
Springfield, very soon to be one of the fastest growing cities in the state. Now the sewer project is going on.
Well,
Sarpy County and 5 city sewer projects going on. Springfield is going to start busting.
Well, we went through Elkhorn, then we went through Gretna, and now it's Springfield's turn. You're right.
Yep.
If you want to talk about boom cities in states, Springfield's got to be on that list.
It's going to be one. There's a whole section there in Springfield where they couldn't build any more homes. They couldn't build any more businesses, and now with the sewer being put in, they'll be able to do that.
Yeah. That's a good-looking EMS unit, too. I like their logo.
It does look good, yeah. I love the lights. They're kind of hypnotizing. And look at the old school fire truck coming.
Well, I hate to say it, but I remember trucks older than that one.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
And of course, it's nice. Papillion, one of the few fire units that have white trucks. There's a town back home next to mine that had white trucks. Everybody else had red. So it was
Which
kind
one?
Of Foxborough.
Foxborough does. Oh, really?
Your favorite town?
Yeah. No, I don't dislike. Listen, I don't
home
dislike
of the New England Patriots.
I don't dislike the Patriots at all. I don't like the Celtics, but I don't mind the Patriots.
Well,
I never hated Tom Brady.
Michael is a big New Orleans Saints fan. I give him credit for that.
Hey, we've beaten the Patriots. I've never had a problem and beaten Tom Brady too. I'm not worried about that guy.
Notice he said we have beaten the Patriots.
That's right.
Yeah, number 51, Michael Severe, linebacker.
Hey, Sam Mills, baby, the field mouse.
Hey, you know what? He was a great guy.
He was a great guy.
Getting off topic a little bit.
R.I.P.
Sam Mills.
Yeah.
And people
belongs in the Hall of Fame.
People never realize this. He never cussed.
He was a very clean-cut guy. Don't forget, also, he played for the Philadelphia Stars in the USFL as well.
That's right.
With Jim Moore. Yeah, he was a great player.
But he was a class guy. Anyway, here we see members from the Harry Bossard American Legion Post 32, the color guide. Of course, that post goes all the way back to 1919. I was fortunate enough to be part of
there when it opened.
Yeah. 100-year celebration. It's funny you would say that because I joked one of their members about being alive for every one of those 100 years. But good friends to the city, very much community involved.
Look at Ted Pafford all squared away with this rifle right there. Look at that solid marching style.
Well, you would know that being an Army veteran.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, well, we Navy veterans just stayed 200 miles off the coast.
Stay off of the boat, right?
Yeah. We ate Hershey Kisses, so we didn't. But the Legion Post has just been tremendous.
Oh, they're doing a great
for the
job.
city.
And they've had I don't know if you know this, but they've done all of that different work over the last couple of months, and it looks great over there.
Oh, yeah. We were just over there the other night. Our band was fortunate enough to play for Papillion Days last night in the park, and you have to go by the Legion Post to get into the park.
And a brand new restaurant in there.
Yeah.
Brand new restaurant, the former Tired Texan now. They're in there, so it's going to be awesome.
And, of course, this is all part of the Legion Riders.
Yeah.
And these guys support the military veteran, and they do a lot of things in the community as well.
Oh, the poker runs raise so much money. Those guys do an amazing job with those events. And I say guys and gals.
Oh, yeah.
As well.
Not a bad day to be riding a bike, folks.
Well, it's never a bad day to ride a bike. It's a bad day to fall off a bike.
Yeah. You never want to dump your wheels.
No.
Never.
You look down the block, it's a good crowd, Tori. I mean, both sides of the street.
Yeah, they
Pretty
come out,
packed.
they support it. They
Pretty
come out
packed.
and support it. As is tradition, every one of the high school marching bands leads the parade, and they take turns every other year. And this year, Papillion La Vista Monarch Marching High School Band gets to lead the parade. I don't know if they look at this as a special honor because this is the Diamond Jubilee edition, so good for them.
There are so many talented kids at these two schools. I did a story on the show choirs for both of the schools.
Right.
They're incredible, nationally wise, recognized, winning all of these different events. There's a talk that Joker 2 is going to be a musical with Lady Gaga. Well, you know who's already done Joker the musical? Papillion La Vista's show choir did Joker the musical already. So it's already been done. It'd be pretty cool, but yeah, they're so talented, those kids.
Oh yeah, and it's good to see they come out with school out of session. They still get participation in an event like this.
Oh yeah, you never turn something down like this. To be able to, growing up in New Orleans with all the parades, it was such an honor for all those schools, all those marching bands, to have the opportunity to be out there in front of the crowd, to do their thing like they're doing right now. I mean, They love that.
Yeah. Well, I can say I was in our high school marching band, and we do a lot of parades in Boston, New York, and Providence, and none of us ever missed anything because, like you said, Michael, it's an honor to be involved in that.
Yep. Back then, when they had, so that was just like push cart stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, we were literally powered by horsepower.
Powered by horses.
Well, you can see the Wynwood section, the fluids coming by, and now you get the color guard. Flags,
and this is warm.
I guess you call it flags.
That right there is like velvet, okay? It's hot. It's warm out here, and they're out here having a good time with the flags. Now, see, that's the cooler outfit. You want the T-shirt.
There you go.
Opposed to the velvet.
Yeah, the white, too.
Yes, that works pretty well.
Definitely helps.
No doubt.
Wow, the Monarch cheer team, and as Michael and I just said, they picked the right colors for today, but it's nice to have this kind of weather because, like you said, 75 straight years not being rained out. It's
pretty cool.
There's nothing wrong with that. Off camera, real quick, two of the people that helped run City Hall, Robin Lance and Nicole Brown. Without those two, Michael, you wouldn't be able to find a break room.
Oh, trust me, I know. I've had to go to there and ask for aspirin before.
And Nicole started basically as the original receptionist, and then she moved up the ranks, and now she's the city clerk. Robin's come in. Robin was here about a good 4 or 5 months before I retired, and she whipped me into shape. Because I remember I went out, hey, Robin, how are you? That's Miss Lance to you.
She gets that from Amber, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Robin's great. Nicole's great. They're great people to work with. You and Trent are very lucky to have those kind of co-workers.
Here comes the city council.
Oh, boy. Handing out candy. There's Steve Sunday. Tom Mumgard right behind him. Mayor Black is coming up.
Mumgard's looking good. He had knee replacement surgery. Look how he's getting around.
I know. He's a gamer. Oh, thank you.
Oh, look
at
Twix.
Councilman.
That Twix is mine. Right there. That Twix is mine.
Hi, Councilman Mumgard. Of course, leave it to Jim Glover to be in that golf cart, but that's okay. Student council, too, now. I guess I should run down the Papillion dignitaries we just saw. Mayor Black, Gene Jaworski, James Glover, Steve Engberg, Jason Gaines, Steve Sunday, Lou Ann Klug, Tom Mumgard, and, of course, Bob Stubbe.
Bob Stubbe was one of the few people I could ever say that I called at 4 o'clock in the morning on a resident. When he was public works director, I would call him. Hey, how many trucks do we have out? What's going on? Tell me about this snow.
Yeah. Of course, Bob Stubbe is public works director for the city of Omaha.
Yeah.
And, of course, he's a councilman down here. And the mayor's youth council just went by. So they've been around since the early 2000s, and they've had tremendous effect on the city.
What a great experience of leadership
yes.
to have that.
Okay, Fluffy. That's Papillion Animal Hospital, and, of course, that's their 10-foot
German Shepherd?
mascot German Shepherd. That's right, and they also got a little kitty in the back of the pickup, so that ought to go together well.
Oh, yeah, they do. Dogs and cats playing together.
Yeah, they pride themselves on being the most trusted and dependable pet care provider in our community. They build on values of honest and friendly services.
There is nothing, and I think you know this, than having a good vet. We've had so many different animals, obviously. Dogs, we've lost dogs. We've had multiple cats. To have a vet that you can call when you're concerned about something, or God forbid you got to put your animal down, there's nothing better than a good vet.
Yeah, it helps you sleep at night. That's for
sure.
yeah,
no doubt.
There goes Andy the Armadillo from Texas Roadhouse, one of my go-to places. And when we had one open here in Papillion, I was so happy. I don't know how happy they were to see me come in as much as I did, but boy, what a place.
Customer's a customer, Tori. They don't mind. Jaws, here comes Surf's Up Dentistry.
Okay, this is a new place to me, and when I found out about it, my first thought was I need to check out this place. I know you wouldn't. I'm bragging here.
It's not going to help you out because it's pediatric dentistry.
Yeah, I know.
They don't want you coming in with your big teeth.
And I know I'm bragging here, but you would never think of this, but I was an East Coast surfer.
Were you really?
I actually
Those
had
are
my
some
own
dangerous waves,
yeah,
and undercurrents there.
It's not like the Pacific.
And it's cold.
Yeah, there was a place called Horse Neck back home, big popular beach, and we'd go surfing there. But you can go surfing at pediatric dentistry. That ought to be a cool place to check out and see what's going on.
Hey, you got to make it fun for the kids so they're not scared.
Oh, you're right. Well, they need to make it fun for me because I go to the dentist. Not my favorite thing, though, because I'm a coward. I'll admit it. I'm a coward. Okay. Papillion Orthodontics. Smile bright, everyone, because everyone deserves to smile bright. Just like a diamond. Whoa, what a great segue.
Nice little tagline.
Just like a diamond as we celebrate the Diamond Jubilee 75th anniversary of Papillion Days. And, of course, I'm familiar with Papillion Orthodontics. Actually, many years ago, I did a story with them. Many years
Oh, yeah?
ago. Yeah.
Did they put a smile on people's faces?
Yeah. Well, they were involved in a holiday charity event.
Oh, okay.
And so they also get into the community. Another one of my favorite places in town, Trinity Village.
Yeah, they're great.
Man, I'll tell you, the people there are so giving, and they're just, I mean, if you want to get a new look, I got to tell you this, the CEO of the time of Emmanuel Villages, which Trinity is part of, he told me that my generation, the boomers,
yes,
have totally changed the senior living care industry's approach to what they do.
Really?
Yeah, they call us the Harley generation.
As in the bike?
Yes.
Okay,
because we don't sit still. We don't want to,
Yeah.
And so they've had to adapt that approach to the current residents, and it's worked out very, very well.
Yeah, well, the story I did on the senior care center a few years ago was the amount of dating that goes on at the facility.
Oh, yeah, well,
yeah, that's the story I did. That was a sweeps piece for Channel 7.
Did you take notes?
It was about, yeah, well.
And one of our, one of our other senior assisted living facilities, not senior, but assisted living facilities, Well Life in Papillion. They built relationships with community members, and it's mostly due to their generosity through numerous donations. They always get involved around the holidays. They have Grandparents' Day, and they also appreciate the support they get from the local community.
Nice.
All right, next, you're seeing it right now. You can't have a parade in this area without Sue's Stepperettes. There's no way you can have any kind of celebration without this group. They've been around for a while, folks. A lot of people have gone through their program, and I couldn't because I don't have any rhythm. So
there's other reasons.
Oh.
But yeah, you're not going to look great in a tutu. I just say that to
yeah,
her.
you
That's
don't
the
want to
issue.
see that.
No.
Actually, if I had to wear something like that, it would be called a 10-10.
Instead of a tutu.
Yeah.
Nice.
Michael, I can just see you.
I can twirl the baton.
Yeah,
I
but
can do it. I can twirl now.
I'm thinking of the music. You'd been downtown New Orleans.
One of Nebraska, and this organization, like many of the organizations, kind of pattern what happened at the university.
Right.
The University of Nebraska's got one of the best twirling teams
Yes,
in the country.
they do. Actually, they
People
do.
don't know a lot about that, but they do. And you notice that whenever something's really good at that level, you see the lower levels trying to work to be able to get to there.
Yes.
And so that's why organizations like this exist.
And it never hurts to have a program like Nebraska in your state,
Yep.
in your area, because now the younger people have something really
To aspire to, yeah.
Yep, and it's local. And they might even know some of the people who are involved in that
Sure.
program. That's huge. You're watching the Papillion Days Parade, the Diamond Jubilee 75th anniversary of the parade, but as far as an incorporated town/city, Papillion is 152 years old this year. And just a couple years ago, of course, we celebrated the 100th anniversary. COVID kind of got in the way.
Celebrated it with COVID, yeah.
Yeah, so we kind of held everything off for a year, but once it got started, it was just tremendous. And people really supported it, got into it. But Sue's Stepperettes for all ages. And again, of course, we have to thank Mayor Black for the fine weather. I mean, you always got to thank the mayor.
Yes. He does a lot of things. I'm not sure if he's the old meteorologist. We'll just thank Bill Ramby and move on.
Oh yeah, I remember. I got to tell you a joke I told the Ramby once. He didn't quite think it was as funny as I did, but anyway, we've got great neighbors, the YMCA. They've always been supportive of everything we do, and just a great group. Of course, the YMCA goes back how many years now?
Oh yeah,
everybody knows.
That's a great
what the
building
Y
they
is.
have over there too.
Oh,
It's
yeah, great
really
facility.
nice.
Yeah, put in a pool as well when they first opened. It was nice. They got all kinds of space down there, but they work well with the city and the things the city does. Papillion Junior Women's Club, another group that does an awful lot for this community. They've been around since 1947, so shortly after the end of World War II, they had their inaugural year. And a lot of people do a lot of things with this Junior Women's Club.
So that is a schedule of events from the first Papillion days. Oh no, that's a 70s. So the one in the front looks like the first one, and then over here you got like
Right.
the 70s, 60s, and 80s.
Yep.
From what I am trying, I lost it.
Yeah, for you people who don't know, Michael's doing double duty. Not only is he helping me announce this event, but he's also running one of the cameras, and that's one of his shots right there. So Trent is sending directions to Michael as well as trying to keep up the commentary. So, and in this weather, he's doing a lot. So we are very thankful for Michael Sevier.
Hey man, this is just a normal summer day where I'm from.
Yeah, that's true. Wow, that's true.
Oh, I miss some dancing.
Okay, that is a Capriccio, the dance
Dance company?
company. Yep. They've been around for more than 25 years.
Nice.
Yeah, and they offer classes in ballet, tap, jazz, tumbling, and Michael's favorite, hip hop,
Hey.
for students who are beginners, advanced, or fall somewhere in between.
You joke. You know, this is the first Olympics that will have breakdancing
Yeah, there's
as a
nothing wrong
sport.
with that, dude.
First Olympics with breakdancing. And if America doesn't win a gold in that, it's ridiculous. Come on.
Well,
We invented it.
that's just like snowboarding. I thought we should be gold, silver, and bronze.
We
in
were
that.
for a while, but we've been caught up.
Yeah. And there goes a Capriccio Dance Company. And we thank them for being part of the Papillion Days Parade. Well, here's an organization that it's kind of got a special place in my heart. And I know, Michael, you were a little after Vietnam, but still is a veteran. No, I was, when I joined the Navy, we were smack dab in the middle of all of that. Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 279. Look at those guys. I'm one of you guys.
Yeah. How's it going? It was good. Thank you.
We got people yelling at Michael, asking him how his vacation was.
It wasn't really a vacation, but it was a trip.
Yeah, we used to say that in the 60s.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
But the Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 279, God bless you guys, our fellow veterans. Senator John Arch, representing this area of Papillion. I remember when John ran for office and he won. It was exciting for him and his people, and I got to do an interview. I got the first interview with him after he was elected.
Nice.
I beat all the media up in Omaha, so that was a coup for me. Senator Arch, though, a real nice gentleman, really good guy.
With a name like Arch, it allows for a lot of plays on words
right.
for campaign stuff.
Yep. You can even make words up after.
That is very true.
Out of that. Well, of course, it is that time of year in America.
Always.
And,
every time of year.
We're getting ready for people to run for office. And we kind of got a combination here with Congressman Don Bacon and candidate for the Republicans, Mike Flood.
Yes.
And of course,
I actually worked for Mike Flood for a while.
Did you really?
Yeah. His radio group took my show when I worked at the World Herald.
Yeah.
Yep. And we ran on all the stations around the state.
Here he is himself, Mike Flood. How are you? Doing okay?
Hey, Mike. How's it going? Good. Good to see you, man.
And of course, we'll be coming up on the big elections in a couple months, but Mike Flood, of course, running for District 1. And he and his wife, Mandy, live in Norfolk right now with their 2 boys.
Well said. Nice pronunciation there. Nice job, Tori.
Yeah, well, one of the first things you learn as a broadcaster when you come to a place you're unfamiliar with.
Yes.
Because I mispronounced Duchesne High School one
Oh,
time.
really?
And the phone's lit. It was
funny.
School cancellation, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I pronounced it like that college in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, yeah.
Duquesne,
yeah.
Oh, boy, I heard all about it.
Yeah, you need to know Norfolk. You need to know Hooper.
Hooper. That's
Hooper,
right. It's
yes.
not Hooper.
It's Hooper, yes.
And, of course, the most famous one in the state, Beatrice.
Beatrice, not Beat Rice, people.
That's right. Or Beatrice.
Or Beatrice.
And some people have trouble with Kearney.
Yeah, because, it's spelled differently,
Well,
obviously.
I heard a network announcer the other day doing weather say Kearney, Nebraska.
Kearney,
That's what I heard
yeah.
him say Kearney.
It's kind of how it's spelled.
Okay.
School board action.
Right behind that is Tony Vargas. And he is, of course, he's running for Congress. Since 2016, though, he's served District 7, the communities of downtown and South Omaha in the Nebraska legislature. And now he's running to represent those same communities in Congress, U.S. Congress.
I went to that building 1990, was it the 1 or 92? I can't remember. It is such a huge building. Like when you look at it on TV,
Oh, yeah.
Congress, it doesn't look that big.
Right.
It's so big, and you're down on the street and you're looking up at that thing, and it is such a huge monument. It's such a cool area. If you get a chance to, my kid's going to tour Washington next spring.
Right.
My 13-year-old, and I'm like, he's gonna love it. There's so much history there. It's incredible.
Well, and I have to think, too, that that was all by design.
Oh, yeah,
Not only
definitely.
it needs to
Yeah.
be big, to
Yeah.
be functional, but just the physical view.
They also designed it to go from Lincoln to the Washington Memorial to Congress in one long line.
Right.
That's how they
Yep.
designed it. Yeah.
And for a long time, I never knew this, but there's no car traffic down in that area.
Right.
You can't,
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
Safety-wise. Kids are throwing the candy.
Here we have Board of Education candidates. And of
Brittany
course,
Holtmeyer.
The Pavilion La Vista Community Schools Board is very active. A lot of people has a strong tradition, well known in the metro area. So as I said, we're coming up on that time of year where a lot of elections, a lot of votes are going to be cast for various people for various positions. All right, that truck coming into view from the right is from the Midwest Dance Studio. And they're Papillion's neighbor. They offer a positive and fun environment where children ages 2 and up can explore a variety of dance styles. Their fall class registration has already opened, so you want to get a hold of those folks so you can get your child enrolled. They have an open house coming in August, so you might want to mark that down so you go over and see what those folks have to offer.
One of my buddies, his daughter's over there. He was just talking about how trying to make sure his boy gets the baseball and show choir and how his daughter gets the dance and gymnastics. I'm like, too complicated.
Maybe they should lower the age of having a driver's license to
so
10.
they can drive themselves. That is a good call. You could run on that as a candidate.
Yeah, I'm sure I got
Tory
it.
Pantellian, for something, I will make the driving age 10. I like it.
I just recognized somebody I know in that parade.
Nice.
Elizabeth Butler's husband. He actually worked here for a while. He did an internship when he was going to engineering school.
Oh, really?
Did it here with the city. Yeah, and he worked with our buildings department.
City council, someone running for city council.
These are names I do not recognize since I have left, but you probably know them better than I do, Michael. But
Renante?
Michael Tiedemann and Lorraine Renante.
Renante? Yeah. We'll be getting into that a little bit more as the year goes along.
Yeah, we did have some changes while I worked here. Not a lot, but we did have some from the very first people that were on the council when I started working for the city. But
yeah.
It's a turnover thing. You're going to have people run and not run or don't want to do it.
Well, then you have Steve Enberg, who's been here forever.
Yes, and Tom Mungard.
And Mungard, yeah.
I met Mungard when he was a city attorney for Omaha, and then I found out you're a councilman down at Papillion. I never knew that. Whoa. A little bit of Mellencamp in the background. ROCK in the USA here at Papillion Days. All right, Trent, sit down. Quit dancing.
Ollie the trolley.
Man, you want to talk about an icon in the area.
Oh, yeah.
You're seeing Ollie coming in from the right side right now.
I don't know how many people have been married in and around Omaha that have used Ollie the trolley.
Oh, they even have parties on board.
Oh, yeah.
Ollie. I mean, it's just incredible. That really took off. It's just a simple idea. Man, It exploded. And, of course, they're holding their signs. Robin Richards for legislature. And another well-known logo coming down off this big truck. You see it on the side. Of course, it's Pepsi. And it's their Rolling Remembrance Trailer, which is a dedication to our veterans. Nice logo, nice approach. Side of the truck, you can read it there, providing resources to veterans and their families.
Yeah.
Now, you lived in Atlanta, didn't you?
I never lived in Atlanta. I visited Atlanta a lot.
I thought you lived
but
there.
never. My sister lived in Atlanta for a while, and so I would go visit her quite a bit. And I have my uncle and aunt live in Atlanta.
Right.
And then when Katrina happened, a lot of my family moved to Atlanta, but I never lived there as a
Well,
resident.
the reason I brought that up is I was thinking
Pepsi?
the logo we're looking at, you never see that.
No, it's Coke.
Not
That's
in
a
Atlanta.
Coke town. That's a Coke state and a Coke town.
Well, isn't that corporate offices for
Yeah,
Coke
yeah,
in Atlanta?
yeah. Yeah, I've been to the Coke Museum. I've been to the Dr. Pepper Museum in
Oh,
Waco.
that'd be cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones out there. I am a loyal Coke Zero drinker, personally.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
I
Since
like
you
some-
did the commercial, I'll do it. I like Pepsi.
Yeah, I'm a Coke
When they
Zero guy.
started messing with Coke a few years ago, they kind of lost
Yeah.
me. But anyway.
New Coke a few years ago. That was 35 years ago, dude. What the heck are you talking? Just started messing with it a few years ago. That was 35 years ago. And by the way, it failed. Classic's back. Woo!
We just saw Corey Villages go by, quickly changing topics. Campaign group for the candidates in Legislative District 14, Corey Villegas. Friends of Corey Villegas.
Look at the sprint car.
That's cool.
That's pretty sweet.
I did one car race in my life as a sports guy.
Really?
Yeah. It was like dirt. It was like NASCAR dirt track. Kind of like that. I can't remember the name of the band. They did a thing called Dirt Car Date. It was Dirt Track Date was the name.
Oh, okay.
It Walk Like a Camel. I wish I could remember the name of that band, but they did a thing about NASCAR racing.
Well, like a camel, not like an Egyptian?
No, yeah,
Just-
yeah. Camel Walk. It was called Camel Walk.
Camel walk.
Yeah.
Okay. I've done a camel walk before. I've never camel walk. Nice catch. Woo.
Well, Trent has those good hands because we always use them to post up in Tuesday afternoon basketball.
There you go.
So he's got to be able to catch.
Last night, the Polish home had a band going. We were up on the roof, and they were jamming.
Yeah, how can you not like Polish music, especially if it's a polka?
We, my wife's grandmother required us to have at least one polka song at our wedding. And then they play it, and we're like, Grandma T, you gonna dance? And she's like, no.
So
No.
What was that one? You can have her. I don't want her.
I
She's
have
too
no
fat for
idea
me.
what the song was. I don't know. Only thing I know about polka is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles and the John Candy character. That is it. That's my limit to my polka
Oh
information.
man. Okay, Sarpy County Republican Party now coming around.
Oh, got everybody on there. Look at that.
They got that big sign and picture says the party of Abraham Lincoln,
Well,
which is true.
Kind of.
Yeah,
mean,
I know.
changed a
I know,
little bit,
things
yeah.
changed, but you're right. All the current Republicans in the county are represented here.
Yes. Sarpy County Treasurer does a lot of work. People don't know how much work. 'Cause I know the Douglas County Treasurer pretty well.
Right.
It's a lot of work.
In the biggest part of that is all the rules you have to follow for
Yes,
good
right.
reason.
Oh, yeah,
obviously,
sure,
for good
yeah.
reason. But you can't
Taxpayers' money.
Yeah, you can't hiccup once. Because then you'll end up behind the curve, and that's the last thing you want as a county treasurer.
No, no doubt.
Cobalt Credit Union, of course, they got that nice building down there. What is it, on the southeast corner of South 84th?
370.
370.
Yeah.
I remember when that building went up, they had the grand opening. They had a ribbon cutting. I remember going down and shooting the footage of that. The one thing that, though, the stairs going down, they're all the same. They have that same wood look, and when I looked down, it looked like it was just one big piece of wood.
Yeah.
I had to actually hold on to the rail to go down the stairs one at a time.
We were down there a month ago, and they did a live shooter event, exercise.
Oh, yeah.
Inside that big
Yep.
old building.
Yep. People don't realize that's the kind of training an institution like that has to go through.
You got to do that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
and it's amazing when
And it's
you're
great for the
involved
police
in it.
department and the paramedics and the fire department and everybody else.
You can never be too prepared.
Dedication dance.
Yes, and before that, I want to make mention that we saw Dance Dynamics prior to that. They also do the ballet, tap, jazz, hip hop, and Dedication Dance Company. They're also passionate about teaching dance and empowering their students to reach their goals, as well as instilling confidence. You might not, those of you who aren't, experienced with a child who's in dance, you might not understand how that can build confidence.
Yep.
But I'll tell you what, you try getting up on a stage with all these lights and all these people looking at you
Yep.
and trying to perform. But even besides that, just having confidence and being able to make the different moves and stay in rhythm and all that, that's awesome.
Speaking of confidence, we have a home that was built in 1926, and so we occasionally have some flooding in the basement. Major Drain has been to our house many times, and they always do a great job. And they know, like when the phone number comes up on their caller ID, oh, it's the Severes.
Yeah, but at least you know who to go to.
I know who to go to.
And I'll tell you, you're right. A company like this is really important, especially the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, all the
Oh,
rain. Yeah.
man. But Major Drain, And they're local, and the key is they're locally family-owned.
Yeah.
Drain cleaning and plumbing company.
Started off as just a couple of guys,
Yeah,
and now they
actually-
have a fleet of vans working all over the city.
Yeah, actually, they started in a La Vista basement in 2012 by brothers Brent Gettings and Sean Lee.
There you go.
And here you go. A decade later, they have over 20 employees and 10 unique custom-wrapped vans, which you're seeing some of them now.
It's got ET on there.
It looks like it.
Or
Yeah.
the other one, Paul.
Yeah, Paul.
Looks like Paul. Yeah. Not ET, it's his brother Paul.
Oh, man. Oh. Of course, they're passing out the dum-dums.
You know who's having fun? The folks with Phoenix Pools are
I
having
know.
fun.
I,
They have a hot tub back there. 2 of them.
too bad we weren't doing a parade from that. Of course, we'd be limited on our vision, but still.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Phoenix Pools, and it's yeah, like those kids and those kids in this float really are sorry they chose to be in this float today. Wow,
It's
check It
perfect.
out.
Perfect timing.
Awesome. These guys. These guys get a standing ovation from me.
Yeah, that's good. That's the best float so far.
Hey.
Pretty cool.
You missed it because he's off camera, but Trent was doing his own hip hop.
I've never
dance.
seen a grown man cabbage patch that well.
Cabbage patch. Now you're talking ancient
Ah,
history.
it's still, hey, every dance comes back, kid.
So then is this still current if I say to you, hey, baby, don't be hating. I'm fresh.
Well, I don't know
Does
about
that
fresh.
still work?
People still hate on. There's a
I
lot of
know.
hating going on Twitter if you want to find some hating.
Oh, no
But yeah.
kidding. Yeah.
Hey, it's Boy Scouts.
And they're throwing shade. Well, of course, Boy Scouts of America, and this is the Wagon Wheel District Scouts. Of course, that encompasses the Papillion area. And again, the city of Papillion has been able to do a lot with the Boy Scouts. And we have a couple of troops, of course, in town. And Boy Scouts still doing their thing.
This county puts out as many Eagle Scouts as almost any county in the state.
I know.
It's so many Eagle Scouts.
They're so active and they do so much. And they're constantly busy coming up with different projects.
Yeah.
And of course, we have the Scouts cabin right downtown in City Park, just a couple blocks from where we are now.
Right.
Thank you.
You.
Doesn't mean I can use it, but I'll take it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
They're handing out pencils, and one of the Scouts came up to me, gave me a pencil, and said, everybody can use a pencil. And that's
Very
why
true.
I said I might not be able to use it, but I'll take it anyway.
Sunday
Yeah.
morning.
That's right, pancake feed. Oh, I'll tell you what. The first year I did a story on that. The kids were so great, and then I got free pancakes.
Well, yeah.
That's not why I did the story.
Yeah, sure, right. Yeah, I bet it was.
Because as a city employee, I'm not supposed to take
You don't
gifts.
take that stuff. Yeah, I know how that is.
But no, that pancake feed is great, folks. You got to come down for it. Weather will be good.
Yeah.
It's in the morning, so you don't have to worry about the heat.
Yep.
A lot of room.
Yeah, Sunday's kind of it's kind of the forgotten day because it doesn't have any of the really big
Right.
events in it. But still, you have the carnival, the marketplace open the entire time, and then you have the pancake feed in the morning, and then at night you go over to Sumter and you hear from the pack band.
That's
So-
right. You stole my thunder, Severe.
I
was gonna say that.
apologize.
No, you're fine. Because I was going to say we'll be seeing them later.
Oh yeah.
Okay, this is Bullseye Home Improvement, and they also have Bullseye Charities. It's all locally owned, operated by Scott Falken, who has lived in La Vista for over 30 years. And what makes them unique, along with their quality craftsmanship and, of course, their competitive prices, especially in today's economy, is that 20% of every job gets donated to charities and nonprofit organizations. So good for you, Bullseye Home Improvement. Oh, speaking of the Papillion area.
What
Conjure-
timing?
Man, this guy, he's like a soothsayer. He's like he
Weird
can
the way
see
that
into
works.
The future.
Or see far down the road.
Well, when Michael applied for the job here, when he walked in, you heard this in the background. Woo! So, I mean, the
I don't know
dude,
about all that.
he's got a crystal ball in his back pocket. In all seriousness, Papillion Area Concert Band for years has allowed people, after they left either high school or college, to keep playing their chosen instrument. Trent's is the trombone.
Hey, that's my instrument.
Oh,
He's
you
a drummer.
guys. Yeah, no, so am I. So he's like our Go-between.
Okay.
He represents us both. But you guys never knew you were in the presence of musicians, were you? But Ken Molzer has been the director. He's former band director, music director at Papillion La Vista High School.
In a couple of weeks, he will be on Papillion Unscripted. We will have him on there as well. And the Art Council. We'll talk about both the Pac Band and the Art Council.
And Taylor Barada, who
Yeah.
is one of our admins, her mom is in the drum section.
She is out on actually maternity leave right now.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, we had planned to have lunch, and then she went and had a baby.
Went
so
and had
I
a
told her,
baby. What is
Thanks
she
a lot,
doing?
Taylor.
That's funny.
But anyway, the Pac Band, Sunday night at Sumter. And the reason why we have Sumter is Ken Molzer. People don't realize that, but the man you just saw directing the Pac Band is the reason why we have Sumter. So Sunday night at 8 o'clock, go out there and support them. They always traditionally end Papillion Days, and they are a great, great entertainment.
Okay, now they're handing out mini Jimmy John sandwiches. Don't throw me dummy dums. Throw me the mini Jimmy John sandwich. That's what I want. Hey, Jimmy John, watch out, short. That's mine. I'll take that.
Oh, man,
I
look
got
at-
stuck.
If you guys could see the ladies throwing the sandwiches?
Yeah.
That's because Trent and Michael are begging.
Yes.
That's why they're getting the
Jimmy
sandwich.
John sandwiches. Yay! Go, Jimmy John.
So I don't have to tell you, that was Jimmy John's. It just went by. There you see the truck. There you see the ladies and the kids throwing the food.
I got roast beef.
This is about the only time you'll be allowed to throw food. Oh, that was great. Okay.
You want a bite of my sandwich?
No, that's okay. You've already bitten into it. I don't like second dibs. Trent's offering me a bite of his sandwich. We actually should put a microphone on you, dude.
What do we got here?
This is, well,
Proud to be an American.
yeah, I got to
Expansion
admit,
coming soon. What is it?
Is that cozy little cottage chair? Is this? Yeah,
That's them,
This
yeah.
is cozy little cottage childcare. I was
Oh,
wondering.
okay.
Yeah.
We were talking about having a good vet. Having good child care is
Oh.
even more important.
Oh, of course.
Good,
but-
affordable child care is about as valuable as anything.
And again, not to keep pinging on things, but with today's current climate in our economy, Bellevue University, though, there you see some students from Bellevue University. When I got to town, it was called Bellevue College.
Started as a university for the military.
That's right. Yep.
Guys who got out of the military.
Being down out there close to Offutt, but now they're a full university. I knew a guy that was former captain of their basketball team many years ago.
One of my good friends, we've been in the same fantasy football league for 22, 23 years. He came from New Mexico to here to play baseball at Bellevue.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, man, I wish I could remember the coach's name.
Good program.
Mike.
Oh, yeah.
Mike, anyway,
Had to
yeah,
leave, right?
he had a really good program.
Oh,
there.
yeah. Speaking of that, did you see that Reardon's leaving Iowa Western?
Yes.
After all those years.
Well, I remember when J.D. Burks was coaching at Bellevue, he had a fundraiser and included all of us in the military, in the media. They played a 100-inning baseball game.
What?
Yeah, they had barbecue pits on the field. They kept the field goes like 24
that's
hours.
wild.
Guys you might know, Dave Weber.
Sure.
Guys like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rich Roberts. We were all down there
Yeah.
trying to play baseball with those guys.
That's nice.
But Bellevue University, great history in this area. Thrivent Financial, they believe that money is a tool, not a goal. That's why for over 100 years they've been providing holistic financial advice to their members. And it doesn't make any difference. You want to establish a business, you're changing jobs, preparing for retirement like I was, or starting a family. Give Crystal Niehoff and her team at Thrivent a call at 402-671-0545.
Lux 84 Salon. Get your hair done, man. Look at that.
Yeah.
They got a number for you. Write that number down.
I don't
Come
have
on,
any.
Tori.
I don't have
You
any
have hair, Tori.
Not like I used to.
You have hair.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah,
Teamwork
give
Sports.
Lux 84
Check
a
them out.
call. Yeah, you bet.
That's a great building over there.
Yes, it is. Well, that whole area is starting to really.
Oh, yeah,
pick
big
up.
time. Yeah.
Teamwork Sports, as Michael just mentioned, offers youth sports for kids ages 3 to 14. That's why your children are better than you were because of programs like this. Register now for the upcoming fall season. Flag football, soccer, or baseball. And the earlier you register, the more you save. So register at teamworksportsne.com. That's teamworksportsne, all one word, .com.
Tori, never has a vehicle been more important than the vehicles that are going by us right now.
Oh,
Electric vehicles, hybrid vehicles, anything to save you a little bit of money on gas is very important right now.
Yeah.
And that's what we have going by.
That's right. And they're co-sponsored by the Eastern Nebraska Electric Vehicle Association and the Nebraska Sierra Club. Today, in the modern era of electrification of vehicles, the choice of EVs available is large and quickly expanding. And it's also helped the battery industry as far as research and science. Oh, man, that's just because you think about that, and, well, you know, we've got to have some quick-reacting batteries, long-lasting batteries.
One of the hottest stocks out there right now.
Oh, without
Lithium
a
and
doubt.
stuff. Yep, it's big time.
Yep.
You didn't know you were going to come to the Papillion Days Parade live and get some stock tips, baby.
Yeah, that's
you didn't know that. You didn't know you were coming for that.
This is coming from a guy who says, throw Smarties, not dum-dum. Oh, man.
It's much better for schools to throw Smarties than dum-dums. Come on.
Michael, you're killing me, man. That's why they never let us do anything together at KETV. They knew what was going to happen.
Problems. Tori and I haven't been on air together since we did Omaha Beef.
Iowa Blackhawks.
Iowa
Blackhawks indoor football.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, there they are. Steve Engberg and Jim Glover.
Do you have his phone?
They're passing off a walkie-talkie to the mayor. That was the mayor who just
Arm
in
came
from
by.
his family.
Nice. You guys be careful out there. I like those Adidas. Those are nice. Old school, shell top. Oh, look at that. The Tri-City Police Chaplains who do great work. Only 2 of them at this point. That's why we did a recruiting video for them. 2 of them at this point, working the 3 cities. A lot of things they have to do. Working with the police, of course, making notifications.
Yeah, the police chaplain group was pretty strong and healthy several years ago, but it's gotten, as Michael just said, they're just down to 2 individuals. So
Makes it tough.
check out what they do and see what the qualifications are. Maybe you can take part in that because we really need people as police chaplains. Papillion La Vista Community Theater, another great local group. I'm telling you, they do so much fun stuff. They have the musical production they're going to be putting together, as you might be able to see in the sign behind the truck. Newsies, right there on the side of the truck. Based on the true story of New York City's 1899 newsboy strike. And of course, quick synopsis, Jack Kelly rallies his fellow newsboys to protest an increase in prices. Wow, imagine that. And then he falls in love with a young newspaper writer along the way.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
It's a love story.
That's right.
We love it. Speaking of love story, Tori?
I can tell you this.
Yes.
Well, we're not seeing them just yet. There we go.
Wow, I got him.
These are my peeps.
I know.
That's right. I am a first-generation Filipino-American. My dad is from Pangasinan. And that,
You can't say that on the radio.
Yeah, I can. And that tent was right next to the stage where our band played last night.
Oh, really?
I'm going.
Nice.
You got it, Michael. I got to go out and say hi to
You
these
go say,
people.
okay, it's fine. You go out there. We have the Filipino Heritage Foundation. I was all set to ask Tori, what's the classic food for Filipinos, and he's gone now. But Mayor Black joins us.
Well,
on the mic.
Tori bailed on us to go join the parade. So.
Bro, you are so red. I just want to tell you right now. I'm glad you're under here with us. Let's get this man some water. You've been working so hard the last 3 days.
It's a wonderful event. Look at the people lining the streets and long parade. And we talk a lot about as Papillion grows, we got to keep the small town feel.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a lot of times people say, what's that even mean? But you look at what's occurring right now in the core of downtown and the 1870s history and the community here and the flag over and the firemen. That's the soul of Papillion.
Yes.
If we ever lose this,
Yep.
we ruined it.
No, I completely agree with you. We were talking about the firefighters and the police department, how much ingenuity there is in the local fire department and police. They've been ahead in so many things.
Oh, absolutely.
We got the Corvettes coming now. Looks like, is that the Queen? Tori's got the book.
Oh yeah, blame me.
Miss something 2022?
They. By the way, my Filipino brethren offered me all kinds of hot food just now, but I can't eat it. So.
Well, what food? Tell me what kind of food. I've had stewed chicken before.
Okay,
That was
adobo and lumpia, And they have a thing. It's a real quick thing. It's like beef and peppers and onions called gilly gilly.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
I remember eating that one.
Sounds like pepper steak, which I like a lot.
Basically, it's
Yeah.
their version of that.
That sounds awesome. I'll definitely take that. We had a little Filipino restaurant in New Mexico when I lived there,
Yeah.
in Albuquerque, and we would go occasionally. It was really good food.
I heard there's one open here, but it's not open on Sundays. Otherwise, I'd go tomorrow for Father's Day. My daughters
yeah.
wanted to take me there. I got to figure out where it is. We're trying to.
I would go with the Google.
Yeah, that would work. Yeah, well, old guys like me, Google. What's that? That's what you do when you see a pretty girl.
You have the Dare vehicle, which has won awards.
Yes.
Yep. 57, is that right?
Yeah,
Chevy?
57 Chevy.
Yep.
1 year, I was allowed to go to the National Dare Conference in Nashville.
Yes.
And we won. Our car went and
Right.
won first place.
That's what I saw. That's pretty cool.
So, and that's Officer Phil Tackett in the Dare. My longtime friend who used to be one of the Dare officers here, Tony Foster, used to drive it all the time. But Phil also is a longtime Dare officer at the middle school level, and he's driving the vehicle now.
Tony Foster, of course, has been promoted now. He is one of the people who runs the Pioneer Days. He does the jail tour.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
It was just pretty cool.
That's right. Okay.
Here's the swamp boat, the airboat.
Sarpy County. Yeah, no kidding.
That's a pretty cool airboat right there. With all the rivers and lakes we have, that is definitely necessary.
Is it on?
Yes.
All
You're
right.
on, the mayor's on.
Hey,
Mayor
just a couple of
Black
quick
on the air.
comments. That sheriff's boat, people don't realize with all of the dam sites we've opened, Walnut Creek, Prairie Queen, Black Elk, and Portal, water rescue is becoming an important aspect. So they had the boat, but then our fire department, in fact, Michael, you did a story on it just a couple of weeks ago about how we now have a boat for water rescue, 2 of them, in fact, they have trouble getting into. And then the police department has a new drone operation, and one of the drones can drop a payload like a rescue ring. So,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you mentioned innovation. It's really happening.
You know, I've always wanted to ask this question of you because I knew it was going to happen, Mayor Black. But
Hold on, he's talking.
yeah,
Who we got coming up? Who's
no,
next?
this is
Who we got?
this United. Yeah, this is St. Paul's United Methodist Church. It's like Christmas in June.
That's
Yeah.
where the Pac band practices over there.
Yes.
It's they're practicing.
Their float depicts the theme of this year's Vacation Bible School, a food truck party on a roll with God. And together they give thanks for all the ways that God provides daily for us. Right behind them is the Overland Hills Church. Of course, a local church. And they're riding horses. That'd be pretty cool today.
Yeah, I got distracted, which is not
You're a
unusual.
little warm.
That 57 Chevy about 2 hours ago. People don't realize the Frickies are
Yes.
kind of the head of the Chevy Car Club. And if my understanding is right, that's the oldest Chevy Car Club this side of the Mississippi River.
Really?
And they restored that Dare car and donated it to the police department.
Right,
So
and that was-
tremendous people.
How many years ago? That was a while ago because I remember when they were working on that car. And then when we won the first place in the Nashville Dare National Conference, that was tremendous. The officers Tony Foster and Phil Tackett and I were there.
Well, and one of their granddaughters was in Dare and then on the Mayor's Youth Council.
That's
So the
right.
granddaughter of the people that had the club that restored it was able to participate. So really cool thing for the community.
Let's give props to the guy right here. He is picking up the waste from the horses, making sure that people.
All right.
Yeah, way to go! You're the man.
Nice kilt. Anyway,
Picking up the horses.
Anyway, Mayor Black, I wanted to ask you this. I can't think, and I'm being very biased. And again, like I told everybody earlier, there's no benefit for me to sucking up to you. So I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah, there is. We need you back next
No,
year.
you know what? I can't think of a better mayor, at least in my lifetime, to be mayor of a city when they have an event and they celebrate their Diamond Jubilee. I think that's true. Do you even think of that? Does that get in your head at all?
I think because then Papillion did its 150th in the last couple of years
Right,
during
you've
COVID.
had that too.
You just think of, and what surprised me, there are some communities, because Papillion's a railroad town, an 1870 railroad town.
Right.
And there's a lot of towns that throughout Nebraska that popped up at that exact same time through the railroad. And I know of a number of towns that did no celebrations. And you just think about that. You're losing your history.
Yeah. Well, I remember when we laid the tracks down there by the library as a symbol in the sidewalk. That was awesome. But I was always curious because you're here for the sesquicentennial, you're here for the Diamond Jubilee. Man, That's great. I think that's awesome.
No, thank you.
Right in front of us are life runners. They're ablaze for celebrating as God's gift of life. They were born to be all in Christ for pro-life. Ablaze worship celebrates the true presence of Christ in the Eucharist.
I remember having to learn how to spell that word in
Eucharist?
3rd grade. I remember like it was yesterday. I'm not a great speller, although I play a lot of Word with friends. But I remember struggling with Eucharist. And don't ask me now because I don't remember anymore. I needed it for 2 months. That's all I needed it for.
Well, you think somebody who spells their name capital M-I-K-E apostrophe L,
Hey, I eliminated some letters.
I know, would be able to spell Eucharist.
That's a hard word.
All right, you're seeing right now Blood Rush. It's a house of terror.
Halloween, baby. It's coming. It's around the corner before you know it.
That's right, Hillside, House of Hell. Okay, now it's time for my Halloween laugh. I'd see if I can do this.
The Joker? That's pretty good.
Yeah, well, I just put,
I'm afraid.
I put the VU meter into.
There you go. It'll be okay.
Anyway, you can see the wrapped vehicles as far as the. Oh, here comes Mr. Zombie. Look at him. Look at him, dude.
A couple of weeks ago, we had the Sip and Walk downtown. The next one will be around Halloween.
Oh, wow.
And it was incredible. The amount of people that are out here, there were hundreds of people. They had 16 different restaurants. You went in, you tried a craft beer. They had some wine as well, of course, and it's snacks at each of the places.
Yeah.
And you paid only $35. They gave you a glass, and you just went around. They're going to do that again coming up in October.
You know, but those are the kind of events in a town like Papillion that set us apart.
Yep.
You know, I mean, and people will actually come from out of town, out of state, to be part of that. Like today. I mean, we talked about the College World Series and all these people that I've met from out of state that come down here on the days their teams aren't playing. And they've all told me, like I told you, they either emailed me, actually sent me letters saying, that was such a great event. And again, the last several years, it's been headed by Mayor Black. I mean, in our council, in our community foundation, everybody in the city, this is an all hands on deck event. We all come out and support it. Yeah, is it a lot of work? Yeah, it doesn't happen overnight. Things have to be done way ahead of time. But we all get into it with the spirit of cooperation and legitimate fun. So that's what we want you. Those of you who've never been to Papillion Days might be watching this from a different place. Like I said, I have family and friends from Massachusetts who are watching this right now. Come to Papillion, Nebraska for Papillion Days. You won't regret it. It will be one of the greatest experiences in your life. All right, coming up now, you can't have a parade in the metro area without the Shriners. They do a great work, obviously. When I was working in traditional media up in Omaha, I was able to make the trip that they have for the media to the Shriner Hospital. And you want to talk about an emotional experience.
Yes, sir.
Crazy. And all these members of the Shrine, they've got so many elements. They've got the cars, they've got the little cars. They
got the clowns.
Oh yeah.
The
They do
Dangerous Circus people.
the Keystone Cop thing.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a
You know,
lot
since
going on here.
I just jumped in on you guys. I'm not sure all what you talked about, but I think one of the neat things about this parade too is one, how the community comes together. The foundation leads it, but the partnership with the city. People don't realize actually the director of the parade is our chief building official. So it's kind of that thing.
Wow.
Other duties is assigned when
Yeah.
you're a professional engineer and you're going to go to work for a city as a building. And oh, by the way, you get to put on a parade and guide it.
And-
but it shows the criticality of the logistics and
Yes.
how serious we take it. But yet it just looks like a cool, fun event.
Well, and the thing for me is that all the little things behind the scenes that have to happen for this to go off smoothly with minimal problems, hopefully no problems totally, but very minimal problems. And as the mayor just said, since I've been involved, the buildings, the chief building officer has always been in charge of the parade and putting together our information books and all that kind of stuff. And Brad was just here talking to the mayor. So, yeah, that's a good point, Mayor. Thank you so much for that.
He's got all the experience in the world for this job, too. I did a story on him, and you look back what he's done in the past, all that code enforcement that's part of this job.
Oh, yeah, yep.
He loves digging into the books. There's these two giant books, and I was like, is that it? He goes, no, those are the addendums to all of them, and he's got a whole stack of books against the wall, and he loves doing it. And every time a new plan comes through, they've got to examine it, make sure it fits all the code, make sure
Right.
everything's right. If it's not, they can tell them, they can go back and they can fix it. It is a very hard job.
Yeah, and it's very detailed. You can't take a moment off. Oh, boy. Oh, what? You bunch of clowns.
He's a ragamuffin.
There you go. Yeah, I'll buy. I want some of that cotton candy. No, that's okay. And here comes the float that represents the Shriners Hospital. Let's see that. It's photobombing the cloud.
Nice.
But the Shriners obviously do an incredible job.
You're here now. That's funny.
Okay, now does anybody want to take a ride in that ambulance?
Well, I believe that's a hearse.
Oh yeah, that's even
a
better.
hearse.
Wow.
So no. But I will ride in one of those recliners, though.
It's a
Look at the
hearse
recliner.
talking about expert medical care.
Yeah, that's what it
I
says.
like that.
These guys are crazy.
It's like going to Dr. Bone Break.
They're such a fun group, man. Look at this. I mean, this is every guy's dream.
Look at
Come
the
on.
recliners.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Now one guy's got a 4-speed. It looks like a 350 V8 4-speed. And then, of course, they got the Corvette Club. Yeah, and these guys are serious about these vehicles.
I
They
bet.
don't,
I saw, so the one that's the third one in a line, the one that's kind of burgundy, I saw that one the other day. And I had never seen it with the top up like that. It was parked over by a dentist's office. And I saw it, and I was like, what is that? I thought it was a different kind of car, and drove by to see, and it was a Corvette.
yeah.
Well, that's a hard top, too, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's up.
yeah. I'd never seen it like that before. That's pretty cool.
Kind of like the old T-Birds.
Yep. I thought it was a McLaren at first.
Oh, well, it's
'Cause they
got
do
that look,
with
yeah.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, and Vet has made that move to that look. They're trying to...
Pretty cool.
Good-looking car, man. Yeah, out of all my cars...
I could not get in and out of that car.
I-
That'd be my problem.
That's why
I'd fall in it.
I couldn't own one today. I couldn't get in and out of it.
Couldn't
but
get in and out of that car.
I've always wanted a Vet on my entire life. The closest I got was a Z28 Camaro. So
Look, there it goes.
put that top. There it is.
Oh,
Look at
missed
that, man.
Open it back up.
Open it up.
There you go.
See, now you're seeing it in action. There you see that the cover comes up.
Oh, nice.
Here it comes. Look at that.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. Nice.
This is a true example of
Oh, show off.
on-demand TV. We said, put your roof up,
Put it
and he
back up.
put it up.
He did it, yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it must be tough duty driving a Vet convertible in a parade. How tough is that?
I've been in a couple Stingrays, and they have that fiberglass bottom.
Yes.
And your feet get so hot.
Yeah.
Like you can't, if you have on any kind of hard sole shoe, not good.
Yeah. Of course, the Vet has gone through a lot of evolution over the years.
Oh, yeah.
But, very much a classic sports car, muscle car.
I remember that Callaway had that key where you open the garage, you put the garage, you open up the glove compartment, you put a key in, and you turned it, and it turned it to a turbo.
Yes.
Which was pretty cool.
Yep. And then they got all the different versions of the Vet, too. So,
Oh, yeah.
it's, you know.
And the Shrine doesn't finish. They got the Shrine Bowl stuff coming up, too.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to brag again. I got to play in the only Shrine Bowl outside the continental United States.
Really?
Yeah, when I was playing Navy football, they had a Shrine Bowl in Europe.
Uh-huh.
I got to play in it.
Oh, that's awesome. They're like, this is not football.
Yeah, no kidding. Trying to explain that at that time, early 70s, to some Europeans. What
Oh,
is
I bet.
this? It's
I
football.
bet.
Oh, that's right. That's that song where it says there's a bathroom on the right. Is that what it said? Obviously, Creedence, Fogerty and the Boys, just classic song. And here they come with some more muscle cars. Of course, the Mustang. Wow.
Steve McQueen.
I remember when that Mustang came out that very first year. Big time.
I collected a lot of Hot Wheels as a kid, and I had the 64 or 65, and then there was like a 69 fastback one that was so hard to get.
Yep.
And I ended up getting that when I was a kid.
My wife had a 67 SS, went off to college with it, and she said she had no clue what she had, but she wondered why all the guys were coming around.
I
And
bet.
until after she got rid of it, she didn't know what she had.
Yeah.
Oh, that's classic.
I still
car.
married her.
Yeah. Actually, we heard differently, but that's okay. Yeah, look at a Camaro. Yeah, the Rally Sport Camaro. I had a 74 Z28. My sister had a 67. And how do you beat that, man?
This train that's coming down, my neighbor in Papillion, her dad was one of the key guys that built that.
Really?
Yeah. So I need to have a little bit of a Papillion tie of that train.
See, that's why we need you doing stuff like this, because I didn't know that. All these years I've been doing this parade, I never knew that was part of the history of that train.
Well, I just made it up.
Oh,
Hey, as long as you say it with confidence.
Yeah,
That's
you
right.
say it with confidence. Don't put
It's
it in
the
writing.
truth
I
if you
misunderstood
believe
your
it.
question when I'm wrong.
oh man.
You believe it, it's the truth.
But we want to welcome you to please come on down for the rest of Papillion Days. As Michael said earlier, Sunday has kind of become the forgotten day. Well, it's a more of a, what was his name? Not Lionel Richie. Usually is Sunday.
Easy as Sunday morning at Temptations, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean Commodores, yeah.
Commodores.
Commodores,
But,
yeah.
but Sunday for Papillion Days, yeah, it might have a different feel, but it's still Papillion Days. And as we said, you got the pancake feed
Yeah.
in the morning. You got the Pack Bandit to round up things in the evening out at Sumter. And there's still the carnival and all the other facets that Papillion Days is happening on Sunday. So you should come on down. Don't let today be, in your thought process, the end of the annual celebration.
And
because
trust me,
it's
all
not.
the fathers want to spend their day at the carnival.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
they do.
Yeah, you bet, man. And I think it's great that we have it on Father's Day weekend. And not only that, we talked about this several times already. When you throw in a College World Series, I mean, this is just perfect for all of
A
that.
lot going on.
Oh, jeez. Beware of clowns in top hats. They're all got to come over and get their camera time. Oh, no.
There we go. Hey, I can use a little bit of that.
Yeah, okay. Look, I gave up 5 months of wages for that camera. Don't you get it wet.
I had to do the YouTube, how to put the water cover on it, the
Oh,
rain
yeah.
cover.
I
I got
never-
the YouTube out. I'm trying to put this thing on. It's all wrapped up. I threw it against the wall at one point.
I forgot to show you.
I
that.
finally got it put on. YouTube guy, it's easy. It's only 19 steps.
Yeah. Because I remember having a party trying to do that myself.
It is not easy.
Oh, man. Woo.
A little three-wheelers.
Yeah. He tipped it a little. I thought maybe we'd see something bad happen. Wow. So what did you do on Saturday? Spinning donuts in a parade. Holy smokes.
The big wheels.
Nice. And the way they just dart around, I wonder if they practice doing
They have
this.
to practice.
I mean,
they have to.
How do you not?
And they have the slick tires on the back,
Oh,
too.
I would think so, yeah. Okay, this is a support group. They have the cooler with all the nice ice cool water in it. So,
Nice.
they're Provos.
The Provost?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shriners, man, totally different group of people, but very well needed. in
Hey, look,
this,
they're committed. That's the most important thing. They're committed.
and some of them should be.
Knew that was coming. Knew that was coming.
All right, here comes Miss Nebraska volunteer and Miss Nebraska teen volunteer.
We met Miss Nebraska volunteer. She was at the groundbreaking for Nebraska Vietnam Veterans Memorial.
Yeah, that's Aubrey Graz and Carly Teets. Last month, they traveled to Tennessee to represent Nebraska at the National Miss Volunteer America pageant. So
Nice.
good for them. Nice to see young people getting involved in volunteering.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, guess what? We've come to the end of the parade. This is the Papillion La Vista South Titan Marching Band. And as we said earlier, the high school bands take turns leading the parade and winding up the parade. This year, it was Papillion La Vista Monarchs' turn to lead the parade, and now the Titans will wrap it up for us. Of
Yeah, but
course,
the school district's now bought land for a third high school. What are they going to do when that thing opens? Put one in the middle?
In the middle.
yes.
Put them in the middle.
I thought I'd see that third high school before I retired, but it didn't happen. But wow,
As fast as growth is happening, yeah.
it tells you something about Papillion and its growth. We'll let you listen to the band. One thing I can say that's different from when I was in high school band, when I was in the drum line, we were allowed to move when we played. Other than that, we marched. These kids walk by, they're grooving to the beat, and
Yeah.
they're bouncing up and down.
And then the dance team following it up. Cheerleaders and then the dance team.
Well, and then, you're trying to maintain your composure and still perform in this weather. And,
Oh, yeah.
Hats off to these kids, man.
It's good exercise, man.
Well, it is. I bet you if you step on scales at the end of this parade, you're probably a couple pounds lighter.
Can I get about 30? That'd be good. I'd take 30. 30 pounds lighter would be sweet.
Okay, well, I'll take the bones out of your left leg.
Hey, the femur's fairly heavy.
That's what somebody did. They told me that is I can give you a tip and I can lose 20 pounds in less than 4 hours. What's that? Take the bones out of your left leg. That's what they told me.
All right, there.
Wow.
Wrap it up. Hey, Yano, how's it going, man?
So
Yano played in the game we called. Yano Jones played in the game we
Yes!
called.
Holy
How about
cow.
that?
Oh,
How
man.
funny is that?
Well, Lance Beasley, who's the owner of
Yeah.
Lego Logics,
Yeah.
I called one of his high school games when I was working for Cox.
Wow.
Because he came up to me and said, Tori, I know you don't remember me, but you called one of our high school football games. But, but that's what's great about coming to something like this. You meet so many people you know, even if they're just an acquaintance, you know them. And that's what makes Papillion so unique. It's still got that small town feel to it.
And one of the great things for anybody watching this, what an honor and a privilege to have both Tori Pantelian and Michael Severe doing the show. So, gentlemen, thank you so much for the professionalism. People don't understand the level of professionalism that we've got with this, and Trenton Albers with all the camera work and the drone shots. We probably have some of the premier drone operations, and we'd be able to see it last night with the fireworks show.
Yes.
And then a little bit with this. And some of the work, people think it's just fun and communications, but I'll tell you what, a lot of Trent's work with the drones set the foundation now for what the police are doing with drones. So a lot of serious stuff. So thank you, gentlemen.
Well, we appreciate your comments, Mayor. And as I said, it was a joy to work for you all those years, and I just wish you the best. You're just a great guy, let alone a great boss. And we need to emphasize. He mentioned Trent Albers. Trent is the father of Marshall and Ethan, my two favorite little kids.
Yeah.
I love those guys. They keep their father on his toes. All right, I guess you want us to wrap it up, boss?
Yeah,
Okay.
remind people, 4 o'clock, we got the car show happening. Of course, moving veterans forward is the big part of that. So come on out to the car show at the church, and then, of course, head over to the carnival afterwards.
And I do need to tell you, at the car show, starting at 6 o'clock,
What's happening?
There's this great rock blues band called
Really?
Blues Agent that's going to be
Oh,
performing.
anybody you know in that?
Me.
There you go.
Anyway, Michael, cool, dude.
was fun. Thanks,
This
Tori.
was blast.
Appreciate it,
Trent,
man.
thanks for keeping me in mind, man. I hope we can do more.
We'll see you
going
next
forward.
year.
Yeah, thanks a lot, everybody. You've been watching the 75th. Yes, that's the Diamond Jubilee Papillion Days Parade live here on YouTube and Facebook. Thanks to Trenton Albers, Mayor Dave Black, everybody in the city, of course, my former co-worker and partner, Michael Severe. Thanks for watching us. Come back next year, but don't forget, like Michael said, you got more today and Sunday. So thanks a lot, everybody. Have yourselves a great Father's Day weekend. Bye-bye.